After spending the entire year of 1972 fighting in the Vietnam War, I returned to the United States and was assigned to the 7th of the 1st Air Cavalry at Fort Knox, Kentucky in 1973. The unit was made up of Vietnam veterans, each with their own war stories, and adorned with an array of medals and ribbons. At one point, we were all called into the pilot's briefing room and were bluntly told, "Forget about everything you learned about air tactics used in the Vietnam War. We face a new threat that we must train against, and that threat is Russia." Military strategies were being developed to defend against the Soviet Union, with a focus on potential high-intensity conflicts in Europe. These strategies were built on the successful use of helicopters in Vietnam and on efforts to turn them into close air support and airborne anti-armor platforms. Our cavalry unit was part of a study group that would marry the TOW missile system to helicopters, which would be sent into battle to destroy enemy tanks and other targets. For 6 months, we flew nap of the earth through the jungles of Kentucky in hunter-killer teams. When scout pilots found a simulated target, the Cobras would sneak up, unmask, launch the TOW, and wire guide it to the target. Our area of operation was littered with hair-fine wire after the missile launches, which eventually tangled with helicopter parts, such as the skids, or occasionally they would wrap around the spinning rotor system. It was clear that the wire-guided launch system needed to be replaced with a different guidance system, as the Cobras remained unmasked for far too long, leaving the battlefield littered with hazardous debris. The end of the test period culminated in a firepower demonstration for the Big Brass at one of the live fire ranges on Fort Knox. All the expertise gained from the tests, along with the combined armor and boots on the ground, was showcased in a significant display of our firepower and flying skills. At the end of the flight, the familiar United States Gold Bullion Depository at Fort Knox was a landmark for landing at Godman Army Airfield.